started 5 days ago. I found a strange object in the forest, wedged deep within the roots of a fallen oak tree. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary egg, slightly larger than an ostrich egg, heavy and cold like stone. I brought it home thinking it might be some rare discovery worthy of a museum. But the moment I placed it under a lamp, toxic neon green cracks began racing across the shell. I didn't just witness a birth. I became the owner of a creature that physically should not exist in our world. It was a Sailfin Goliath, a living tank from Pandora. And the problem wasn't that it was alien. The problem was that it was growing so fast that reality itself seemed to split at the seams around it. The egg exploded from the inside just an hour after I brought it home. From the shattered shell onto my carpet tumbled something the size of a cat, but weighing as much as a full bag of cement. A massive armored body, 4 pillar-like legs, and a wrinkled leathery crest along its back. When it first opened its eyes and nudged my palm with its beak-like snout, I felt a strange connection. It wasn't aggressive, it was monumental. Even as a newborn, it moved with the grace of a mountain. Instead of squeaking, it emitted a low-frequency hum that made the cups in my cabinet tremble. By the morning of the second day, the Goliath no longer fit inside the box. It had grown to the size of a large Great Dane. Its skin had transformed into real armor, resembling gray granite streaked with veins of emerald. Every time it swallowed a couple of pineapples, its bioluminescent patterns would flare up in a brilliant green glow. By evening, it was the size of a human. Its footsteps grew heavier, and in the garage, where I had moved it, the concrete floor began to crack beneath its weight. On the morning of the third day, I couldn't even open the garage door. It had been torn clean off the frame. Staring back at me from the opening was a beast the size of a minibus. I led it into the yard to hose it down. The moment the water touched its back, the Goliath froze. And then it happened. Its massive sail unfurled. Pink, semi-translucent membranes shot upward 5 meters into the air. In the sunlight, it shimmered like a living stained glass window. The energy of the light hit it like a stimulant. The 5-ton baby began leaping across the garden. With a single headbutt, it reduced my shed to splinters, and it casually shoved my SUV aside as if it were nothing more than a misplaced toy. Hiding it became impossible. The Goliath's growth entered its final phase. Now it was a 14-meter colossus towering over the roof of my house. The entire neighborhood erupted in chaos. Neighbors filmed everything on their phones, police sealed off the area, and news helicopters circled directly above its pink sail. The Goliath grew nervous. Its patterns pulsed with an anxious red glow. It spread its gigantic fan to full extension, making itself appear even larger, and released a trumpet-like roar so powerful that windows shattered in the surrounding homes. I understood in that moment, if I didn't lead it away now, the military would destroy it. I climbed up along its scaled side, gripping the bony ridges along its neck. "Run!" I shouted, and the Goliath lunged forward. We charged through the suburbs, crushing fences and billboards beneath us. Asphalt crumbled under its immense weight. Suddenly, the sky above the highway trembled. The air shifted into shades of violet and turquoise, and directly ahead of us, a glowing vortex opened, an anomaly smelling of ozone and humid jungle air. Sensing home, the Goliath accelerated with such force that the wind nearly tore me off its back. We burst through the portal at full speed, punching through space and time. 1 second earlier, sirens wailed behind us and the lights of human cities flashed in the distance. 1 second later, silence. We stood in the middle of a luminescent forest. Towering trees stretched upward into the sky, and above them hung the massive planet Polyphem. The Goliath slowly lowered itself to its knees, allowing me to step onto soft, glowing moss. Then, from the dense foliage, they emerged, silently. 3 Na'vi, tall and slender, with skin the color of the midnight ocean. Their amber eyes glowed with curiosity and caution. One of them stepped forward and gently touched the armored snout of the Goliath. But I knew I could not remain there forever. For a brief moment, the clan helped me open a path back. I embraced the Goliath one last time,
wrapping my arms around his massive beak, and whispered, "Grow strong, you belong here." There was a flash of light, a rush of cold air, and I was back in my world, standing in the middle of a ruined quarry. The portal vanished forever. They searched for me, they questioned me, they called me insane. My house was demolished and every recording was confiscated. But sometimes on quiet nights, I look up at the sky. In my pocket rests the only proof, a glowing turquoise scale that fell from my friend's armor. I am the only person on Earth who ever had a best friend the size of a mountain, and that knowledge is worth every home lost in the world. I didn't just raise a beast, I returned Pandora's heart.